Music industry tycoon Shah Diddy Combs has been thrown into the middle of a furious court dispute that keeps the public's attention. His case has become one of the most well-known and contentious in recent history due to the many charges made against him, which range from sexual assault to witness tampering to even claims that he was responsible for the deaths of well-known people like Tupac Shakur and the notorious B.I.G. The most recent events in this continuing drama demonstrate that neither Diddy nor the prosecution are giving up. In the upcoming months, the fight for influence, justice, and freedom appears set to intensify even more. Diddy is charged by prosecutors with trying to thwart justice and coerce witnesses in their complex case. Authorities discovered notes and documents they say demonstrate evidence of witness tampering, plots to sway public opinion, and even attempts to bribe off witnesses during a contentious raid on Diddy's cell. The prosecution claims that Diddy's participation in these activities shows that he is a man who will stop at nothing to preserve his reputation and sway the verdict in his case. Diddy's defense team is retaliating forcefully, though. They contend that the entire raid was illegal and that it violated his Fourth, Fifth, and Sixth Amendment rights. The defense's plan is based on portraying the search as a pretext, a way to single Diddy out for criticism rather than as a component of a larger initiative to combat illegal activity inside the jail system. They contend that the raid was an abuse of power, carried out especially to hurt Diddy and interfere with his legal defense. Diddy's attorneys are requesting the release of surveillance footage from the raid to bolster their allegations, arguing that it will demonstrate that the search was driven more by personal resentment than by a legitimate need for security. They may be able to have the evidence excluded, which would undermine the prosecution's case and improve Diddy's chances of getting bail or even having some charges reduced. If they can persuade the judge that the raid was illegal and the notes were wrongfully obtained. The prosecution, however, remains steadfast in its conviction that the items seized are authentic and that the raid was completely lawful. Given that Diddy's future is at stake, the stakes in this conflict are very high. One of the main points of disagreement in the case is the notes that were discovered during the raid. Prosecutor Slavic has said that because the documents include to-do lists and strategies for interfering with witnesses, they do not represent private communication between Diddy and his legal staff. The prosecution claims that rather than offering legal guidance, these letters show Diddy's intention to thwart justice. Diddy has a big obstacle since, should the notes be found to be admissible in court, it could seriously harm his case and result in more serious accusations. Diddy's predicament is further complicated by claims that he was attempting to influence public opinion. Prosecutors assert that Diddy strategically tried to influence public opinion in his favor by having his kids upload a video on social media commemorating his birthday, which is one of the most unusual charges. Diddy is also accused of bypassing prison rules and making it more difficult for authorities to keep an eye on his communications by calling possible witnesses using the phone numbers of other prisoners. In spite of these charges, Diddy's defense team has put a lot of effort into highlighting what they see as the weaknesses in the prosecution's case. They claim that the government has gone too far in handling his case and have accused them of wrongdoing and violating his rights. The defense aims to change the attention from Diddy's alleged illegal activities to the government's alleged improper management of the investigation. The goal of this tactic is to undermine the prosecution's credibility and maybe raise enough questions to get Diddy a better result. However, the defense's efforts have been derailed by the court's recent decision. Despite speculation that Diddy could be freed in time for Thanksgiving, he was denied bail for the third time. The judge reiterated his decision to hold Diddy in detention until his trial, which is set for May 2025, only hours after the rumors started to circulate. Since it implies the judge is considering the accusations against Diddy seriously and is not influenced by his riches or position, many see this as a major win in the continuing legal battle. The extent of Diddy's influence and the possible dangers of releasing him on bail are called into doubt by his ongoing detention. Many fear that Diddy may use his connections and resources to intimidate witnesses, sabotage the trial, or otherwise thwart the pursuit of justice if he were released on bail. In addition to being a legal battle, the case against him is also a test of the public's faith in the legal system. There are worries that influential people like Diddy might sway the outcome and compromise the trial's impartiality. The accusations made against Diddy are significantly more serious than the ones he is now facing. Diddy is dealing with more than 30 civil cases in addition to the criminal prosecution, several of which contain unsettling allegations of sexual assault. Both male and female claimants have lately come forward with new lawsuits alleging that Diddy raped them while intoxicated at parties he threw. The claims cover instances in several locales, including New York, Miami, and the Hamptons, and they date from 2001 to 2022. According to some of these allegations, Diddy intimidated victims and concealed his activities by abusing his position of authority and influence. One of the most alarming recent complaints claims Diddy mistreated a lady at a music video casting session. Another claim alleges that sexual assault took place at Diddy's well-known white party in 2004. The discovery that many of the alleged victims were children when the assault occurred, however, is the most startling aspect of these lawsuits. At the time of the alleged assaults, several of the accusers were as young as 9 years old. This is only the beginning, as hundreds more cases might be filed in the upcoming months, according to lawyer Tony Busby, who is defending several of the plaintiffs. Given the overwhelming number of claims made against Diddy, some people think it may never be possible to fully comprehend the extent of his alleged transgressions. Numerous victims have not yet come forward, some of whom may have been kept silent by Diddy's riches and influence. His late ex-wife, Kim Porter, is a particularly tragic example. Kim reportedly intended to sue Diddy for the alleged abuse she suffered throughout their relationship, but she unfortunately died in 2018 before she could do so. Although pneumonia was the official cause of death, there were many unanswered issues about how she died, which raised the possibility that foul play was involved. Kim's family has reportedly discussed filing a wrongful death lawsuit against Diddy with the FBI and has long questioned the official story. The real reason of Diddy's death has been called into question by some who have even argued that she might have had access to drugs that could have resembled the symptoms of a heart attack or pneumonia. The fact that Kim was allegedly working on a book detailing her turbulent relationship with Diddy prior to her passing, a manuscript that might have revealed many of his most sinister secrets, only heightens the curiosity. There are more tragedies connected to Diddy's world besides Kim's passing. Conspiracy theories about Diddy have long surrounded the deaths of hip-hop icons Tupac Shakur and the Notorious B.I.G. A crucial player in the Tupac murder probe, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, has implicated Diddy in the plot to kill Tupac, according to new court filings. Keefe D. makes the startling allegation that Diddy paid $1 million for the song, linking the music tycoon to one of the most notorious killings in history. Additionally, there are allegations that Diddy may have contributed to Biggie Smalls' death. According to former associates, Diddy's financial dominance over Biggie's career may have contributed to the rapper's premature passing. Before Biggie was slain, one bodyguard, Gene Deal, disclosed that he was about to secure a huge $60 million contract, which sparked rumors that Diddy might have considered Biggie a danger to his own business. These allegations have increased conjecture that Diddy may have planned Biggie's and Tupac's killings in order to keep control of the hip-hop scene. The sudden deaths of celebrities like Whitney Houston, Bobby Christina, and Jamie Foxx, all of whom have been connected to dubious circumstances or health problems that some suspect were not entirely accidental, are among the other unexplained deaths and health scares in the entertainment industry that some people even think Diddy may be responsible for. In Diddy's case, it's getting harder to distinguish fact from fiction as more accusations come forward and the legal battle heats up. Many others question if he will ever be held accountable or if his wealth and power would enable him to get away with it once more. Diddy's future is still up in the air due to the growing number of charges against him and the increased public attention. But one thing is certain: this story is far from over.